Ladies and gentlemen of the press and the public, first of all, we want to assure the country that what has happened was not unexpected. We came here yesterday, and though we didn't address you yesterday, I can now reveal here that we arrived at the meeting, and NASA insisted yesterday that the meeting cannot go on until their agenda is incorporated. We gave them 3 hours, which ran up to 4 hours. We came back in the afternoon. They brought the agenda. They wanted us to, as Jubilee, to refuse to discuss the agenda they had, which included 11 irreducible minimums. We told them we in Jubilee are ready to discuss anything and everything under the sun, because we believe that a people that are able to sit round the table and discuss, nothing is impossible. As long as we can have a moment as a country to sit down together, we can have that conversation. Last evening they said in the irreducible minimum there were extra items they wanted to add, and they said we want to add the bill, and they also wanted us to run away from that. We told them we are ready to discuss the draft bill before Parliament, before it was tabled in Parliament. Today when they arrived, agenda number 6 was the bill, and there was agenda number 1, 2, up to almost 17. Before we start now discussing, having agreed yesterday, they again shifted goalposts and said we are not ready to discuss the meeting. So as you can see what Professor Kindiki has said here, these are people who are already prepared not to engage or have any meaningful discussion. Number 2, I want to assure the country that there shall be an election of the president on 26th of October. I have heard our colleagues say there shall be no elections. I want to tell them in no uncertain terms, we are prepared. We are properly prepared as Jubilee for even a situation where they will not participate in the elections, or where they will want to cause violence so that the election cannot take place, or where they want to go to court to stop the elections from taking place. We are prepared for all the scenarios. And so whatever they were calling bombshell here is basically a smokescreen. It cannot meet the weight of what they call bombshell. And we ask our supporters, as you can see, all indicators publicly show that our friends are not ready for elections. As you can see, they move from press conference from Bomas to Upper Hill, or Capitol Hill as they call, and then they move from there. They will have another one in Bunge. We are busy campaigning. The chief agent who has our candidate who has sent the chief agent here and ourselves is very ready for the elections. He's busy campaigning this afternoon, even tomorrow, all over the weekend. He has a very tight program to ask for the votes of Kenya. The other thing I want to say is that the bill that is proposed in Parliament has been tabled in National Assembly for reading this morning. We will table it in the Senate in the afternoon for the first reading, and I have already formed the committee that's going to discuss that bill. We are also going to pass the motion this afternoon for that committee. From tomorrow, the Committee of the National Assembly and the committee formed in the Senate will have joint sittings for public participation. Senator Orengo has a very enviable position. He can contribute on the floor of the House. But in the event that Baba told him not to go to Bunge, we welcome him to public participation with members of public. The issues he wants to raise, he can raise. We will put an advert in the newspapers. Those issues can be raised. But I want to dissuade or clear the air on these bills. Number 1, the bill in no way was the creation of Jubilee. The bill was as a result of the decision of the Supreme Court that actually wondered loudly, the majority decision. I have seen Senator Orengo here trying to insinuate that it was because of the dissenting opinion of the judges. I want to make it abundantly clear that the majority of the courts wondered the place of the transmitted results that were being transmitted from polling stations. We have accommodated that place in law. They wondered how to deal with complementary system of the results. We have accommodated that in law. And I want to make it clear that that bill does not in any way alter the electronic transmission of results. It will go on as it was. It does not alter the manual transmission of results, which also happened. It will go on. It actually recognizes that complementary system in law. Number three, it does not threaten in any way the powers and the functioning of the chairman and the members of IEBC commission. To the contrary, it fills the vacuum. If anything happens when elections are going on, it makes it succinctly clear that the commission will still continue functioning and there will be no vacuum, there will be no crisis in the country if any commissioner was to decide to resign or anything disables. You remember these things happen. The judge of Supreme Court was unwell and the Supreme Court continued. So we are just providing a mechanism where if any of them was to be incapacitated in any way, the commission cannot stop, it must continue functioning. That is why our colleagues have realized we have sealed all the loopholes that were going to make elections impossible on 26th. And that's why they are angry. They're angry with the law, which can still be discussed in second reading and the third and the committee stage of Parliament. So as we speak, I want to give that assurance to the country. And the last thing is that let it be known that as Jubilee, we are willing any day, even if they say this afternoon, to meet NASA, to meet any member of public, to meet the commission, as long as that meeting is towards having free, fair, credible elections for the purpose of this country. The last thing I've seen yesterday in today's reporting by yourselves, that these are Jubilee demands, these are NASA demands, the negotiation failed. There was no negotiations. Anyone who was thinking that we are negotiating Nusumkate or we have started a Serena process, I want to make it abundantly clear. We were called by IEBC to come and have a discussion on preparedness. And that meeting was for presidential candidates. And we've come in good faith. And we are ready for any agenda. IEBC, if they call us tomorrow, whether NASA will be there or not, we will go there because we are prepared for the elections. We know our colleagues are not prepared. We want just to ask them that don't take the country into violence because you cannot get what you want through a dialogue. And if they want dialogue, we are ready to dialogue with them at any time, anywhere. Thank you very much.